Hello, welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes. I'm Arnell. I am back with day 2 of Junk Journal January, and it is the prompt is a quote today. Junk Journal January is hosted by Meg Journals and Get Messy Art. If you want to go follow them and look at other people participating in Junk Journal January, just search hashtag Junk Journal January 2024. So I have a quote, and it is, if it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to others. I have this little baggie that I got when I bought some things on Etsy that I simply want to decorate and then add my quote to. Let's just maybe start with, I just have some papers here. These all come from my scrap box. I don't even know where this one came from. Just want to maybe make a little collage. Just look at how brown this paper is. I don't know what book this came from, but I love the dark paper. And then this came from a book, I think, to fix appliances, if I'm not mistaken. Let's tear into that. Just want to kind of make, this came from some packaging. Let's see, what else do I have here? I have this cutout page from the cluster kit from Paper Creativity. Oh, and I have this, I do not know where this came from, but I do like it. I do not necessarily want to cover my entire bag, which I probably already kind of started doing, but I do want to keep some of the brown and the crinkly parts. Maybe I'll do that. And maybe keep it fairly neutral. I have some of this just want to really layer, and then maybe have a flower in the back or just here up front. So let's see what we have here with the fussy cuts, and maybe we'll go with this one. Excuse me. Yeah, I haven't worked in my journal yet because my journal is in my paper press, the papers for my journal, so I'm just getting all of that pressed down, and then I can sew in the signatures. And yes, I do know I'm very late. I should have done my journal in in December, but the kids were home and we were having too much fun. I will get the journal done. So in the meantime, I can work on ephemera pieces to add to the journal, and then once it's done, I can simply start writing in my journal for 2024. Yes, 2024 is already on day 2. I'm not gonna say I can't believe it, but yes, And I already feel like I am behind and not making any progress. Have you ever felt like that? Like there's so many things that need your attention, but you seem to be behind on everything and nothing gets done. That's how I feel at the moment. And it is just barely the beginning of the year. Okay. And maybe, oops, I can have this just sitting here, something like that, and then have my quote and add to it. So let's start gluing down. Going to flip that over and kind of glue it from the back. So I decided to do this quote because I do feel that a lot of people do not really understand this whole junk journaling thing. And you might not, people might think you are crazy for doing this and why are you doing this? But it's like, I mean, it's just something that makes you happy, and I don't see why, if that is what makes you happy, why should it even be questioned? I mean, a lot of people make food because or like to cook because it makes them happy, or bake, yes, and I know you do need food to survive, but it's also something that makes them just happy. So why not do it? Just for the fun of it, and not because you have to. I think there's enough things in life that we have to do every day. You know, you have to get up, you have to go to work, you have to earn money, you have to just keep going on that list. But maybe sometimes just do something because it makes you happy, and if that is walking your dog or working in your garden or playing golf, watching TV, reading a book, whatever, just do it because it makes you happy. Don't ask questions. I don't want to tear this straight edge because it's such a nice color. I think I'm gonna leave that. I was thinking maybe I should tear that off, but I do like the color. And I do still have this piece of vellum. Don't know where this vellum came from. I think it came from the, yes, it came, I had to buy new charging blocks for our cell phones, and I think it was around the block actually. Yeah, I do like the vellum. Maybe I'll just tear this straight edge off. So yeah, even those small little pieces of paper, why are we keeping it? I don't know, because it will make me happy to glue it onto this page here. Now I'm hoping the purple will dry clear behind the vellum. I know sometimes that doesn't happen, so we'll have to see. Okay, let's put our flower down. I have this here. Maybe I'll take the flower off again. Just wondering, should I add this on the back there as well. It is just lying here. Let's use it. I'm still trying to get the glue, use all the glue in my art glitter glue bottle so I can wash it. I definitely do not want to waste any of the glue. It might be for the next couple of weeks, because the emptier my bottle becomes, the more painful it becomes to work with it. But I do want to clean it. Just look at how dirty it is. Let's add this little one up here. And then our flower. Hoping the flower still has enough. The glue hasn't dried totally yet. Yes, it's gluing on. So now I just did this with the Dymo label cutter, and I did it off camera because it takes too long to cut everything out. So let's just decide where we'll put every word. I'm going to cut the edges off a little closer to the word. At the end I stopped doing the space in there because I thought I don't need the space. I'm going to cut it off anyway, so if it makes you happy, okay. Let's just start making where I want to glue it does. So yes, I do like doing junk, just not have journal January, because it's just a kickstart to my personal journal for the year. Makes okay, I got that. Makes sense. I have to do sense over. It just gives you a kickstart to the year. I have to make sense, and forces me to start journaling from the beginning of the year, because I do feel sometimes the beginning of the year it's like Christmas. It's always busy, and it's easy to say, well, I'm not gonna start on the 1st. So junk journal January just forces me to do that and not start doing other things that needs attention as well. And there is a lot. Just throw that in the garbage. Anyway, to make sense to others. Okay. How do I, if it makes you happy, and I do need glue on this one. Let me just add some glue in here. Before I glue the dino labels on there. Okay, if does not have okay, just have to decide on placement. This might take a while. Have to make sense to others. Okay, I think I like that. Let's put it down. Oh my goodness, it's one of those. Let's see if I can get it off. There. So yes, all my kids are back home. My son and his girlfriend are back in Halifax. Their flights were delayed from the get-go, and so the first flight was delayed, then they obviously missed the second flight, and I'm not even worried about it being straight. And so then they could only fly out like almost a day later. They had to go and get a hotel to sleep, and it's just bad that they don't get any refunds, anything. It's just like, okay, well, your flight's delayed, you pay for your own hotel room, it's not our fault. That's kind of so traveling these days, and most flights, if you talk to people, there's delays or they lose, I just want to put all of those there, they lose your luggage. So this was just a really bad experience for them. Yes, it was, they said it was due to weather. It wasn't their mistake. But honestly, how on earth? So yeah, now they had to pay for a hotel room and not have time, because they flew home on the 31st to just get home and they'll have time on the 1st to recover before they have to go back to work and classes and you name what. So now they don't have that extra day. Anyway, it's just the way it worked out. I hope those glue back nicely. Okay, so now I just have to make a little journaling card to go in there, and I might do that with using one of the other prompts. I am, like I said yesterday, I do not want to end up in the situation where I did last year. I'm going to show you in a minute. Let me just throw this in the garbage. Last year, so I am focusing on trying to maybe make ephemera rather than working in my journal. Just get my journal from last year. So last year I did Junk Journal January in my journal, but as you can see, that part all the way, that was Junk Journal January, and the rest of the year I had to be very careful not to fill up my, things were too much photos and tickets and stuff, and I had to actually start a second journal because it was getting too bulky. So this year I thought for Junk Journal January I might concentrate more on making ephemera pieces that I can add to the journal as the year progress. I will do a couple of pages in my journal for sure, because I need to keep up to date with my journal once the signatures are sewn in. But anyway, that is my piece of ephemera for today. It's a little brown crinkly bag, and my quote is, if it makes you happy, it does not have to make sense to others. And I think that's gonna be my thing for this year. Not trying to convince other people that what I'm doing isn't as crazy as it sounds. And for you guys who's watching, it makes sense, but other people might not get it. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Out here it's pretty rainy. I think the rest of the day I need to clean my house. The kids are gone. There's lots of cleaning and laundry to do and catch up. So thank you for watching, and I hope that your 2024 is off to a great start on day 2, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.